You got to go through things in life. Nobody's perfect. Different things work out for different people. So, like, what's the level of awareness? People get into troubles in life and there's an imbalance of energy. They get into a space or place where they can't figure it out. Thoughts get trapped and they actually get in a frozen position. Every blink of an eye has 1,000 thoughts coming in. They go in at every blink. That can be well over 1.5 million thoughts a day, depending how hyperactive a mind can be. So that can easily multiply if you're really in your head and you really overthink, your mind runs wild. There's a negative mind which usually meets interactions first. There's a positive mind that's used two ways, properly and improperly. An improperly used positive mind does an auto search of the subconscious database of all the evidence to support the negative, like something that happened to you. Oh, remember this. Or a more reactive and can just take off and run with it before you know it. A positive mind properly used doesn't touch the subconscious or tap into the memory bank. There's also the neutral mind that hears both sides with 1,000 thoughts coming in the blink of an eye. So you have all these choices, but can naturally be reactive. If we aren't conscious, the subconscious is a recording. It gets built up with unprocessed thoughts. We can be completely unaware of our subconscious or of the thought forms building up, and they stack up, and you start to feel a pressure in the psyche that needs to be released. It can be like your kitchen trash, for instance, when thought forms build up. Imagine even adding a traumatic event in there or some trauma that can literally be an ending. And if it's not an end, it's overwhelming. And there's not even a capacity or capability to comprehend what happened or process it. And they say shell shock, they used to say. What is or what it was or that it even exists because it crashed the operating system. It just didn't even register. Imagine how something of that magnitude on top of everything that gets stashed away somewhere, being severely wounded and not even knowing you're injured. Can you imagine how calcified negative thought forms could get in the discomfort and the pressure and the dis-ease this could cause you? Even as we took trauma out of the equation and just had a life piling on endless, never catching a break, beating on you, going back to the kitchen trash. Imagine that stench, the bacteria, the corruption, the sickness. Even your neighbors might get sick from it. It's the pressure in the psyche needs to be released before the rupture or the explosion. This is where comfort comes in. Numbing, the Band-Aids, drugs, alcohol, food, sugar, sex, rage. A cycle or a pattern forms. Essentially, people start to develop, a toxic, destructive ritual withering down the self, their existence. The numbing, not being able to fully be present, medicating, self-medicating. Their connection to anything outside of their body, they literally become a prisoner to that because they need that so that they can feel normal. Their light is dimmed. They're not getting source. It just keeps downloading thoughts to support the negative. It's like a Stockholm syndrome. You ever have that friend in that toxic relationship and they come to you for advice or help and you just support them? Then all of a sudden they turn on you like a wild dog and start attacking you, biting you for what they told you. It's crazy, right? It's literally they're attacking you for you supporting them with what they told you about the person, right? In that toxic relationship. They haven't rejected what's hindering them, what's enslaving them. If you're just on a negative wavelength, just consuming, all you can do is eat at the negative thoughts buffet, like eating McDonald's. How do you expect to be healthy if that's all you ate was junk food? If you just ate McDonald's all day for every meal? How do you love yourself? How do you attract better? How do you expect to be healthy if you don't love yourself? How do you truly, deeply love yourself and poison yourself at the same time? Do you see a pattern in your life you wish to break or reverse in? AA, it's like I've been sober for X amount, of days or years versus I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to feel like that anymore. I don't want to be there anymore. I don't want to keep revisiting Groundhog's Day and reliving that. You got to clear the subconscious, redirect, thinking, reshape thought, reshape narrative, reconfigure neuron patterns, more energetic structures. Just change your electric field, your mind pattern, to download higher frequencies of thought. Move out of the energetic location so that you can be healed. It's common. It's very common to be haunted by past relationships and plotting current energetic field is polluted. Your day is being controlled at some level by something other than self. And keep moving forward to program the psyche to move past what doesn't serve. So how do we do that? Stillness. Being able to not be so reactive. When you experience that amount of stillness, you can detach yourself from being in the middle of it and being so reactive so that you can just observe the thoughts that come across like clouds in the sky. You see them come across, you see them over you see them blow on by. And you have to be that way with your thoughts as well. And choose what frequency you want to be on. Do you want to be elevated? Do you want to be on the higher frequencies? Not engage with the lower levels, right? The negative things. Even when you encounter people, just being able to observe that they're on a lower frequency, whether they're trying to push your buttons, they're mad at you and you've never met the person, but just not interlocking. You just refuse to interlock with them. You observe it, you take note of it, and then you decide to go on a higher path and not interlock. And you get that from stillness, from this practice, clearing the subconscious, meditation, these tools that we build here. And we have a choice. And you start to notice over time when you're clearing out those things and you're getting a bigger separation from those things, just overall, the brightness, the beauty, the quality of your life improves. And it just brings a beauty to your life where you get to enjoy it. And you notice that you start to attract more. It's like it's not a visible light, but you're kind of brightening with the higher frequency from within, and it's attracting higher quality, more positive, high frequency experiences.